Welcome to Listen World, your sanctuary for deep, powerful, and emotional motivational speeches that speak to the heart and awaken the spirit. Here we believe that every story matters, every struggle holds meaning, and every voice deserves to be heard. Our mission is to inspire you to rise above your challenges, embrace your true self, and become the unstoppable force you were always meant to be. If this message touched your soul, if it sparked a flame inside you, join us by subscribing and becoming part of the Listen World family. Together, we'll walk the path of transformation, one powerful story at a time. Thank you for listening. Your journey has just begun. There comes a moment in life when you are forced to look at yourself in the mirror, not to adjust your hair or wipe away the tears, but to finally see the truth. The truth that you've been running from. The truth you've been bearing under smiles, under achievements, under fake laughter, under the noise of everything and everyone else's opinions, dreams, and expectations. And that moment, that painful, soul-cutting moment, is where the transformation begins. Because no one wakes up unstoppable. They wake up broken, lost, confused, tired of pretending, sick of the silence in their soul. And it is from that raw place, that holy place of personal ruin, that the seeds of greatness finally begin to grow. And maybe you don't feel strong right now. Maybe you feel like everything you touch crumbles, like every step forward is swallowed by doubt, like no one sees how hard you try or how deeply you break behind the scenes. But let me tell you something that could change the way you breathe. Strength is not the absence of struggle. It is the decision to show up anyway, to rise anyway, to stand in your truth even when your voice trembles and your hands shake and your heart feels like it's been ripped open. The strongest people you admire were once shattered in silence. They weren't always confident. They weren't always brave. They simply refused to stay down. They refused to let the pain write the end of their story. And somewhere deep inside, they decided that survival was not enough. They were meant to become. Become what? Become aware, become healed, become powerful, and become at peace with the parts of themselves they once hated. This is not a speech for the perfect. This is for the ones who've been broken in ways they can't explain, who've cried in silence, who've buried loved ones, who've felt invisible, forgotten, discarded by the very people they would have died for. This is for you, because your journey is not a punishment, it is a preparation. And you're not late, you're being refined. And you're not weak, you're being shaped. You're not lost, you're in the middle of your becoming. So don't let anyone rush your growth, and don't let their timelines become the prison you lock your heart inside. Because true strength takes time, real healing takes silence, and becoming your highest self requires that you walk through seasons where nothing makes sense, but everything is shaping you. You see, the most dangerous version of a human being is not the one who has never been broken. It is the one who was broken and came back wiser, softer, harder, smarter, and more focused than ever before. Not because the world handed them peace, but because they built it with trembling hands and a heart that refused to stop believing. And people will say, "You changed." Let them talk, because what they don't know is that change saved your life, and silence became your protection, and healing became your revolution. And what they thought was weakness was actually the beginning of your rebirth. You don't owe anyone the version of you that kept them comfortable but kept you miserable. You don't owe anyone an explanation for why you decided to grow. You don't have to carry guilt for becoming someone who finally respects themselves. Because evolution is not betrayal, it is survival. And the more you grow, the more they'll say you're selfish. Let them. They don't see the nights you couldn't sleep, the mornings you didn't want to wake up, the heavy thoughts you fought off with every breath you had left. They don't see the tears you never shared, the prayers you whispered, the inner battles you fought alone. But I see it. And more importantly, you see it. So don't diminish the magnitude of what you've endured just because someone else couldn't handle your truth. You are not here to shrink. You are not here to apologize for your scars. You are here to become fully, unapologetically, wildly, beautifully become, and no one can take that from you. You are no longer available for environments that shrink you. You are no longer available for people who only want access to your peace, but not the process it took to build it. You are no longer available for small talk, shallow connections, and temporary validation. You are becoming a person who knows their worth, stands in their truth, and honors their own energy. And that is a dangerous kind of peace that no one can manipulate. And if they walk away, let them. Because not everyone has the capacity to love the healed version of you. Not everyone will understand the new boundaries, the silence, the discipline, or the calm. But you're not building this version of you for applause. You're building it for alignment. You're not growing so they notice you. You're growing so you finally feel free inside your own skin. And let me tell you, that freedom is worth every sacrifice, every goodbye, every lonely night, and every moment of uncertainty. Because once you taste what it feels like to belong fully to yourself, you'll stop trying to belong everywhere else. Once you belong to yourself, you will never again settle for anything less than what fuels your soul, less than what honors your journey, or less than what aligns with your dreams and values. Because belonging to yourself means you've finally found the home you've been searching for all along, and no longer will you wander in the wilderness of other people's expectations. And when you stop wandering, the world around you changes, not because people suddenly act differently, but because your eyes have been opened to the truth that your peace cannot be dictated by external chaos. The peace you crave lives inside you. It is born in the trenches of your struggle, forged in the fires of your pain, and nurtured by your determination to heal, grow, and rise. You've been carrying burdens invisible to the world, the weight of silence, the ache of loneliness, the sting of rejection. But those burdens have made you mighty. Your scars tell stories, stories of battles fought in the dark, stories of courage when you felt weak, and stories of resilience when the whole world told you to quit. And now those scars are your crown. Wear them proudly because each one is proof that you survived. Survived when giving up was easier. Survived when hope was a distant whisper. Survived when your heart was breaking. The power of your becoming is not in avoiding the storm. It is in learning how to dance in the rain. It is in knowing that you can fall 1,000 times and rise 1,001. It is in embracing the broken pieces of yourself and making art from them. You are a masterpiece still in progress, a story still unfolding, a flame that refuses to be snuffed out. No setback can define you because you have learned how to turn setbacks into setups, how to turn wounds into wisdom, and how to turn pain into power. And this is your time. Not tomorrow, not next year, not when the conditions are perfect, but right now. Right now you have everything you need to start over, to rewrite your story, and to build the life you deserve. You are no longer the person who doubted themselves. You are no longer the person who waited for permission to shine. You are the person who takes up space, who demands respect, who knows their worth and refuses to settle. You are unstoppable because you have been broken open, and from that open wound flows an unstoppable river of strength, courage, and love. So stand tall, raise your head, take a deep breath, and step forward into your becoming. Because your comeback isn't just possible, it's inevitable. And when you rise, you won't just rise for yourself. You will rise for every person who ever felt broken and forgotten. You will rise for every soul waiting to believe in themselves again. You will rise to become the light in the darkness, the voice in the silence, and the hope in despair. This is your power. This is your purpose. This is your destiny, and no one can stop you. There will be moments on this journey when the road feels too long, when your heart feels too heavy, when the weight of the past threatens to pull you back into the darkness. But remember, every step forward, no matter how small, is a victory. Every moment you choose hope over despair, love over bitterness, and growth over comfort, you are reclaiming your power. Don't let the fear of failure keep you frozen in place. Failure is not the opposite of success, it is part of it. Every time you fall, you learn something new. Every mistake you make sharpens your vision. Every disappointment fuels your determination. You are becoming not despite the pain, but because of it. There is a sacred alchemy in suffering. It transforms you in ways happiness never could. It strips away the unnecessary, clears the fog, and exposes what truly matters. And through that clarity, you find the strength to rebuild, to reimagine, to reinvent yourself. This is not a story of perfection. It is a story of perseverance. Not of never falling, but of rising every time you do. And that is what makes you extraordinary. It's easy to give up when the world is against you. It's easy to quit when the path is unclear. But you are not here for easy. You are here for a purpose. You are he. But you are not here for the easy. You are here for a purpose. You are here for greatness. You are here because deep inside, you know you are meant for more than what you have experienced so far. So hold on to that knowing. Let it be the anchor in your storm. Let it be the fire that lights your way. When the nights feel too dark and the silence too loud, remember why you started. Remember the dreams that once set your soul on fire. Remember the promise you made to yourself to never settle for less than your true worth. You are worthy. You are capable. You are enough. And no matter what challenges lie ahead, you have everything inside you to overcome them. So don't give up. Don't give in. Keep moving forward, even if it's one step at a time. Because your journey is not just about the destination, it's about who you become along the way. And who you are becoming is a force of nature, unstoppable, unbreakable, undeniable. Your comeback story is already written in the stars. All you have to do is keep rising. You must understand that growth is not linear, it's messy, it's painful, and it often feels like 2 steps forward and 3 steps back. There will be days when the weight of your past mistakes and present challenges seems unbearable, when your spirit feels weary and your hope flickers faintly. But know this, every great story, every heroic journey, every powerful transformation carries the same truth, that the moments of greatest struggle become the moments of greatest strength. You are not defined by the moments when you faltered. You are defined by the courage it took to rise again and again, even when the world seemed determined to keep you down. Those moments when you chose to stand, to keep fighting, to keep believing in yourself, even when nobody else did, that is where your true power lives. Sometimes the universe breaks us open not to punish us, but to prepare us. The pieces scattered across the floor are not the end. They are the foundation for something stronger, more authentic, and more resilient. Like a phoenix rising from the ashes, you too will rise, reborn, transformed, and empowered beyond what you ever imagined possible. And in the quiet moments when no one is watching, you will find the real you, the you that never gave up, the you that refused to be swallowed by darkness, the you who chose to love yourself fiercely despite every wound, every scar, every broken promise. That version of you is unstoppable. It's the version of you that speaks truth to fear, that refuses to settle for less than you deserve, and that pursues your dreams relentlessly with passion and purpose burning in your veins. Your journey is not about perfection. It's about progress. It's about showing up each day with a heart full of courage and a mind focused on growth. It's about believing in your worth, even when the world tries to convince you otherwise. It's about loving yourself fiercely, even when the pain seems endless. You are worthy of happiness, success, and love, not because someone else says so, but because you say so. Not because you earned it, but because it is your birthright. And as you continue to rise, remember that your story has the power to inspire others. Your strength, your resilience, and your ability to transform pain into power will become a beacon of hope for those still lost in the dark. You are not just becoming unstoppable for yourself. You are becoming unstoppable for everyone who needs to see that healing is possible, that rising from the ashes is real, and that no setback can hold back a soul determined to soar. So take a deep breath, steady your heart, and step forward into your destiny. Your comeback is already underway. The best chapters of your life have yet to be written. You are the author of your story. Make it legendary. As you stand at the edge of your new beginning, remember this. The journey from broken to unstoppable is not just a story of survival. It is a declaration of your divine power, your unyielding spirit, and your infinite potential. Every setback was a setup for your greatness. Every tear was watering the roots of your strength. Every night of silence was preparing you for a dawn filled with purpose. So rise. Rise with courage that no one can shake. Rise with a heart that no longer fears the storm. Rise with a soul ignited by the promise of who you are becoming. Because your comeback will not just be stronger, it will be legendary. You are not alone on this path. Every soul listening right now carries their battles, their scars, and their own dreams waiting to be realized. And together we are a community, a family, a world of listeners who believe in growth, resilience, and the power of transformation.